Nay, chung kết của giải đấu Liên quân Mobile AWC nhất định sẽ đem đến một trận đấu kịch tính. Đó, showmatch này.
And now we will draw two lucky audiences from the audience today to choose two lucky person joining Team Home Warrior. And now,
Waka's more focused on ability.
Dowser in trouble. He'll be able to flicker out though. That's a good turn. The Telenar scales. He holds the front line.
Toyshu just like walks in the bush just to test the physics.
It's like, were they pillowed now? Raby on the chase. That wasn't the best wild charge, but it still works out. Kittle
Hey,
grabbed the kill.
you blasphemy, okay? He has the best wild charge, and you can't tell me otherwise.
Damn, 3.0 looks real nice.
Wild charge. Kittle get the missile.
The bush pa lang.
I've been really enjoying kind of watching when I see higher skilled players playing them is the further away you are from your target,
Look at
the
the
more
charge.
auto-attack damage you do. There's a dive in with the ultimate. They just
Perfect magic prison.
Chris should go down.
That was hilarious.
You are no longer behind the tower, good sir.
Double flip. The first of magic, or excuse me, the wild charge, and then into the flip from Enzo. What in the world? Let's get there. It's just messing around.
Was on an escalator to death all of a sudden.
Going up.
What fuck kind of games are these?
Their Chinese Taipei's priority. Vietnam are going to scrape it out by one game. You know what? Because there's a record of Vietnam playing that against literally every opponent. And it will not change now. Welcome to the Pick Ban. It's game one of your grand final.
You know what's going to happen? It's going to get to 3-1, and none of us are going to be wrong at that point.
Yes, at a 3-1 scoreline, we are both right. Now, once Vietnam win the final 3 games, I'm right. Vietnam start up the Pick Ban. They get rid of Tulin, they get rid of Darcy. Opposed them, Hayate off the cards by Chinese Taipei.
Tulin, we don't always see that. We don't always see that. So right off the bat, Vietnam is mixing it up on us a little bit.
That's a focus towards Star, who plays the Chinese Taipei mid lane. He's been absolutely incredible, and they're worried. Chinese Taipei don't want to see his hero pool get taken away, so they're going to be hovering at least a draft of the Raz or Liliana right off the bat soon.
Yeah, I really don't like the Raz into the Sephra, because once you see the Sephra from Vietnam, you immediately slot Sephra into that mage spot, because Sephra really does number on Raz. Nothing that Raz can really do against her.
Poldum, probably the best support in the game. Really locked in here. Vietnam got that Sapper. That's a real good sign for them. You may think that there are better mid characters. You may think there are better support characters. The thing about Sapper is that she can be both. So she gives you flexibility during a draft phase like this because it's hard to counter into.
Oh.
So they went with the Raz.
Oh.
So this is what I was saying. They go with the Raz. Vietnam decide, okay, well, we don't like that matchup, even though that's a disagreement with you, and they'll lock in the Liliana.
I both disagree with the Raz pick because it's bad for Sephra mid, and then I disagree with the Liliana pick because I would keep Sephra mid in this case.
Vietnam and Chinese Taipei both seem to think the Raz is all right into Sephra, though. And Vietnam will draft that Liliana to face the Raz in mid, pushing Sephra to the support role. They'll also go with Agina, who's been a staple of the beginning of these drafts in the AWC.
Elta man, GV Sanita.
There's no real way to hard lose lane.
Oh, Justin. Yeah, that might be a chance.
Did you mention that?
What?
Any character that is picked here cannot be played again by the team that picks it till game 7.
We'll just go with for
There are a couple of
ADP.
strategies that you can go with. Sometimes you can go with all the best heroes first and just figure it out later. But we see these teams, as long as a hero can slot in reasonably well and provide like 95% while the other hero does, it sometimes makes sense to just go with a slightly lesser hero because the better hero will be better in a different game, right? They'll fill more of that role. So I'm a little bit worried because Sephra, Yina, and Liliana are already picked out. We've seen mages get squeezed towards the end of drafts, and then we also see Yina be a high
Pero yung chinek ko yung website tapos sa the grand finals.
priority pick. So
Yeah,
Vietnam is
14 na
a lot of
tapos.
picks early.
Chinese
Yep. Oh, we're just reviewing the games tonight.
type
The games are done.
passed
Yeah.
by,
I'm just reviewing the games tonight.
once you get to the second half of the series, all of a sudden they still have like 46 SSSS.
What the fuck is the problem with my internet today?
Card that they can play while their opponents
I don't want to change my internet connection because the stream will restart and I might get disconnected on Facebook.
as a result of global pick ban rules, not down to just kind of their alternate compositions that maybe they thought they
What's up, guys? Welcome to the stream.
had run a couple patches ago.
It's gonna be a review stream tonight. Hopefully, we're gonna be able to finish all the games before it gets too late.
It feels like they game out their strategies ahead of time and their compositions always have a point, which enables them to put less effective characters into more effective compositions.
Meanwhile, Vietnam had much more of a roller coaster ride yesterday. They had some good picks. They also had some very strange bans.
We
But,
were very upset with those.
but when they got to game number 6, they suddenly had a Gao Superman, and Gao is one of the best Supermans in the world. So I don't even know. It's like suddenly that happened.
Let's talk through the second ban phase. It's a jungle focus for
Yeah,
both
the fuck.
neither,
Look at that bull.
as neither team has locked in
I
a
look at the
jungle
ball.
yet. It will be the Lindasat for Vietnam, the Nakrod, and the Kriknak
Hmm.
for Chinese Taipei. I do see that bull, Daniel.
TJ, you were powering through so hard.
But
Wait, what was the ban? Did they miss the ban? Or they're,
No.
they're hovering the quick neck ban?
they're currently hovering the Kriknak. If that goes through, that is a double assassin ban. And it will be swapped out. Still a jungler. This is so fun. We were just talking about ADC. We were just talking about Neil. Both teams agree with our analysis. Both teams say, we don't want to play versus him on the Nacroft. We don't want to play versus him on the Lindis.
Right, and you're not really going to squeeze out whatever's remaining in the Abyssal lane right here. So you're better off going for the squeezing of the assassins right now.
That means that both teams are currently gambling on their jungler having a larger character pool. Both teams are currently
Right.
saying if we ban out all the good junglers, our jungler will still win.
Was banned out here. That is a little bit of a nod towards.
Hey, thanks,
Sephra
Jack.
being in that
Yeah,
sweet
for
spot.
sure, man.
He's going to be somewhat near the front lines, and Telenos will be able to just poke her down and force out a Tide of Life. So, and the other thing to keep in mind here with the ban onto Rourke is they were a little worried about the Rourke into Baldum/Horn to the matchup.
Yeah, I'm not a big fan of Florentino playing against a lot of the... Like, we see Scud drafted to counter Florentino. We see really odd things drafted to counter Florentino, and I
Yeah.
just don't agree with most of them because they don't seem to make sense to me.
Well, none of that's going to happen here because we
No.
already have a Yina. The
Yina
Florentino was
locks in.
fixed specifically to counter out the Yina.
And you know what? I like Yuna into Florentino because she's just a real solid character that's a little bit hard to kill.
They kind of can't.
That's
figure
up,
out
Akuma.
why Florentino's
It's
fixed.
not a solid matchup either way. and that's
No, no,
fine.
no, it is.
If you're playing with Yuna, or if
It
you're
is
playing
up,
with
man.
It's a good
I'm
thing
sorry,
to
bro.
see when you're TJ.
I was
Shutting
thinking
it.
of the
I
draft,
just want
bro.
to point out, yesterday all these characters were floating above the water. Today they're riding the battleships.
I'm
The
actually thinking of the
AWC
draft. The chat
championship
is actually
champion.
up.
They've proven their mettle by treading water this entire time.
I saw
Now
your
they're around
your
top
chat
battle.
already,
They lose
but
their mettle
I
by
was
treading
thinking
water.
about
Now
something.
it's time to set sail for glory.
Or Valheim for
I
real.
don't know.
Verse for
TJ literally
Florentino.
pointed in the distance.
Yes, because we're setting sail for glory.
Verse for
Varus and Kriknak. No, Valheim.
Valheim.
Here from Vietnam. The fact that a Kriknak comes through would be interesting either way, because that is a definite lock-in of an assassin jungler, which, looking at the Chinese Taipei lineup, I wouldn't necessarily say is an obvious choice.
Right, and we might not see a marksman come out here because of that. And there you go. There you go. That's the flexibility that Yoma provides. It is the great Yoma pick in the 4 slot because he can go jungle, he can go either side lane, he can actually go mid if you want. And now that gives him the flexibility now to not pick a marksman. And because a heavy like dive assassin came out here from Vietnam,
Oh,
they
no.
decided to go with a non-marksman.
Back of the ship's flooding.
Is that where he... CJ, like, he shoves his hand in
Okay.
my face like he's going to say something important.
We're gonna play a little game at home. Pick up your phone, pick up your computer screen, wherever you're watching it on. If it's television, that's slightly harder. Cover the top half of the draft for Chinese Taipei. Cover the top half of the draft for Vietnam. And all of a sudden, it really looks like Chinese Taipei are dominating this draft phase. Now do the inverse. And it really kind of looks like Vietnam have a lot of good picks.
What are you talking about?
So it was separate Yina and Liliana right
Uh-huh.
off the bat for Vietnam.
Yeah,
Real
yeah.
solid. Playing into Bolden, sure. Raz, sure. And Florentino, sure. To me, that's all Vietnam all the way. Some of the matchups are a little bit even, but I do think Vietnam is better draft if you are just looking at those three. Then you go to the second phase.
Sorry, man.
Kriknak for Vietnam was
Oh,
down
nice.
there
Congrats,
into
bro.
the
How are
Chinese
you?
Taipei solo
How's
queue
Master
lineup
doing?
was complete. So for me, Vietnam lost that draft in the second phase, but they do still have. a
Took
solid
you long
first
enough,
round.
but
Right.
It was all worth it, right?
Liliana and the Yina, like you mentioned. But I think it's a really big deal that there is no real target for the Kraken, other than perhaps Quillen.
Yes.
And that makes it a little bit difficult.
Well, the Quillen isn't even really a good option. You can just probably assassinate.
Yeah, true. Well, I mean, you know,
Oh yeah,
I say there's no
seriously?
good
I'm
target.
not sure with
Everyone's a good
with
target.
our
Diversity
server.
At some point,
But it
you
should
have
be
to
ending
take
soon.
Florentino out.
To anyone, basically. The thing is, one of the nice things about
That's
Kraken
great
is he's
then.
level 4 and he literally can kill anyone in the game because he's that bursty.
I think ADC has to do that from moment one, though. The second he hits level 4, ADC has to be getting kills, otherwise he's just going to fall behind Neil.
Yeah. Well, that's kind
Because
of...
Neil's Quillen scales better into lane.
Yeah, exactly. For those of you who are unaware, even though Quillen is an assassin jungler, he scales into the late game. He actually has a very poor early game. The exact opposite is true of Kriknak. That's why you typically see Kriknak more these days because he's a little bit easier to have to flow into a game because you instantly are able to get those kills, get that flow going, get that lead.
If Kriknak is, as we say, farmed, if Kriknak is doing real well, a couple layers ahead of everyone else,
Well, it's easier to get there in the first place. That's the thing.
yeah, then he'll last into the late game. But once you
Hmm.
get both teams even,
Hey, what up, man? Jeong Song Gil. Trying to hit Master Sword. I mean, it's fine, man. It's fine. It's fine. The only real problem right now that I'm having. Okay, isn't it bottom? I was calling right. So the only real problem I'm having right now with NA's draft. Oh, I'm
Kriknak
sorry.
goes ahead.
Flow into it. He has a very
We'll
good
replay it a little so I could show you
Lost
guys.
Valheim.
Is the Quillen pick this guy right here? Like, quit you not getting sponsored. Sponsored for what though? What do you mean, not getting sponsored, man? Depends, right? Like, are you a pro player? And from what team do you play? It really depends, man. It depends. Like, if you're in a team that's really good, then you will get a
For
sponsor sooner
Vietnam,
or later.
don't play very well into the Chinese Taipei solo fighter lineup that they complete. Go to the
Actually, I
second.
forgot what I was gonna discuss. So I'm having problems with our Quillen pick right now for Chinese Taipei. Mainly just because um VN's lineup right now is really strong, pushing. Vietnam's lineup is really strong, pushing into lanes. They have quite the decent support in Safara, and then Valheim can pretty much free hit versus all these melee guys. So this might be scary for Chinese Taipei right now. This is on top of my head, alright? I haven't watched the game yet, but yeah, that's what I think. Like, these guys will be a big problem for them. Like, Safara, Valheim are the biggest problems for them. Want to drop them, but it will be an issue for them. What do you mean you want to drop them? Hey, no worries, man. If you're in the team and if you're good enough, then no worries, get sponsored that way. If you're not in a team and you play good enough and people see you playing well, then they will recruit you also that way around. So you just don't worry too much, man. Everybody has their own time. Like, not everybody gets all the opportunities straight up. You really have to work real hard for them, bro.
Second
It's
phase,
really hard.
Frignac for Vietnam, which don't play
So
very well
Valheim
into the Chinese
and
Taipei solo
Sephira
fighter lineup that they
is
complete.
really
So
hard
for
to
me,
play against if
Vietnam
you're all
lost that
melee.
clash in the second
Like,
phase,
these
but
guys
they do
have
still
so much
have a
control.
solid core to build around.
Right, or correct.
So let's see.
I see reaches level 4 and literally
TPE might have
four
problems
players
game
in the
one.
first place.
I haven't
Nice
watched the
position.
games yet, so
They are ready.
I'll be seeing this for the first
Game
time.
number 1 of the Arena of Valor World Cup Grand Final between Vietnam and Chinese Taipei starts now.
Yeah, for sure,
Let's
man.
guess with Thunder 6, CJ.
I'm so ready.
That's all I hear in my head is Thunder 6. Let's go.
Thundersticks, if you don't know, are two inflatable tubes that they hand out at esports events, and if you bang them together, they make so much noise. It's so much fun.
Oh, by the way, when they were introducing the Chinese Taipei team, I didn't see anyone clapping
No.
with their Thunder 6.
They took out Vietnam wildcard yesterday. They're trying to add.
Oh.
This is early. Broey and Benny.
That is what I'm saying. Like,
Interesting
that's
that
gonna be
Ellie is
hard to
winning this
fight
match
against the
Just
Sapphire
based
plus
on gameplay
Valheim.
skills alone, I do favor Ellie against Wins. I know that's strange to say about Chinese type of wildcard, but Wins, I would say, is the possibly weakest player, micro-wise.
You sent this to me a couple times, but I watch wins on a lot of the AD.
Because right now TPE's team, they can pretty much punish anyone who comes into their jungle, right? Into their jungle, so that Quillen can farm. But these guys, they're happy farming in lane and waiting for Kriknak to get a little more farmed so he can one shot people in lane. Mainly all the lane players, which are Ryoma and Raz, also Florentino, are very susceptible to being killed by Kriknak with a little follow up. Let's say Yena's ulti, or maybe Liliana's stun plus first skill combo, or even just a stun from Valheim will be enough to kill this all these three heroes. So it's gonna be a real hard game for them right now, because honestly their clear speed is actually not that high also, so their towers will be taking chip damage. Like for example, if you see here, uh two healthy creeps, I mean three healthy creeps, I think these two are separate. So three healthy creeps are getting into the tower right now, and this tower is gonna take chip damage just because Raz cannot clear the lane for the team. Right now, what TPE has to do is actually defend their towers, defend their jungle, and not let anything fall, so that Neil will get that early game farm they want. So I don't know, man. This might be hard for them.
Range characters, he sometimes blows my mind. So if you want to interject for the viewer at home, the
It's
worst
relative.
player on Chinese Taipei, as you say, is relative. They are still one of the best players in the world.
Right, but I need to actually point this out because you might expect like every single lane to go to Chinese Taipei, but I do believe that Ellie wins this matchup in the bottom lane just on player skill alone.
Of course, if Chinese Taipei win this tournament, they win this best of 7 grand final, they are objectively the best team in Arena of Valor history.
And Vietnam, if they win this championship, they put their hat in the ring of best team ever because that's a finals and a win.
Yeah, they would be even then. Benny in, wild charge in the mid lane. Pro, he needs to get out of there. They were trying to gank there. You could see Neil speed in, but the water wall saves the day. And now they want more. Vietnam with a stun.
Alright, so they have to be in ambush position. That's what I'm saying earlier. Like this team are really strong if they're gonna ambush enemy team, or they're in the ambush position, meaning that if their team are the ones inside the brush or inside the bush, they're stronger compared to VN's team, right?
Team ever because that's
So
a
you can
finals.
see it right here. Just because they're not the ones who's here waiting for VN to get into their side of the map. They're just gonna have like a really hard time killing people.
And a win.
Yeah, they would be even then. Benny in, wild charge in the mid lane. Pro, he needs to
Yeah,
get
they're
out
not
of
gonna
there.
be able
They
to
were
kill
trying to
these
gank
guys.
there. You could see
They're already expecting everything. And so, because they know that Benny is low in health, they'll just go for this lineup. Look at their lineup. They don't have CC. They don't have CC other than the Raz. And then the other CC they have is in the hero Florentino. But he's not yet level 4 right now. So it's really stupid for him if he's going to fight outside the base. So their lineup is really, I'd say, limiting themselves.
Neil speed in, but the water wall saves the day.
Yeah, there you see it. They just run away.
And now they want more.
Yuzon.
Vietnam with a stun. Yuzon has to flee.
That slightly favors Vietnam because they get to go ahead and turn around, take the Spirit Sentinel, slight boost to their gold and to the ability of ADC to rotate around the map.
There you go.
Take on the Abyssal Dragon, so this just straight up favors Vietnam.
Like all their lanes are
Vietnam
super slow
gets up
clearing,
towards the top
except
lane. They're
for
defending
bot
the
lane,
top from the
because this
jungle
is
right now.
our
You can
Ryoma
see
lane.
They're giving ADC a whole bunch of lane farm. He's currently the second most farmed in the game.
Except they can shove their lane, so they can't do that.
Benny in trouble.
Oh, it
There's the
depends though,
down.
depends.
First
Yeah.
blood from their jungler right now. You can see that because they're giving ADC a whole bunch of lane.
Clear speed alone, only one lane can win, which is TPE. But he's also gonna have our only one lane for Ryoma can win for TPE. But it's also gonna be hard for Ryoma, even though he can clear the lane fast, just because it's a Valheim and he is outranged by the Valheim, and he will take lots of damage. So he would probably be able to clear 3 waves while taking damage, and then he has to go home afterwards. And when that happens, then VN can actually form up in the map, form up, all right, form up, or go together and gank one lane. So it's really limiting. This lineup right now is really limiting. Not unless I guess if they have like one more CC. I don't know. Lineup to lineup. The range is killing them right now. It's all about the range. That's what's killing them right now. It's the range. Mm. And also, it's gonna be a real hard game for Baldom. Baldom is really strong for teams that group up, but if you look at VN's lineup and the way VN will fight their fights or will execute their team fight, they won't be coming from one direction. Not like an all in team like TPE, which will be clumped up, which is like the best scenario for a Baldom. This team, they will be spread out when they fight.
Lane farm. He's currently the second most farmed in the game. Benny and
Mm.
top lane.
That was hard. He didn't have anybody there. Star was here. It was already too late. I don't know why Benny did that. Maybe because he didn't see Gao. He didn't. He actually didn't see Gao up here. He didn't see Gao up here in the bush. Yeah, he didn't see Gao up here in the bush, so he decided to poke on ADC. But yeah, he was gonna die the minute he decided to do that. I guess he should have just looked at their team and their team's what do you call this? Their team's positioning, because this Florentino already knows that nobody is at top. Well, because they already cleared the top lane, all right. So when this guy Benny saw ADC here, there was a really high chance that Gao was gonna be here also, because I don't know if you guys noticed, but VN really likes to play 5 man or really likes to play together as a team. That's why you always think that when somebody shows up for VN, that their team is already there. Their whole team is already there, or if not their whole team, he already has backup. They never fight one on one. Hey, what up, Saint Hero?
Lane farm. He's currently the second most farmed in the game. Benny in trouble.
Go.
There's the dive. First blood to Vietnam. Broe grabs the kill.
Vietnam are so good at doing this. They group up as 4 and they kill whoever is there, no matter who it is. They just strike without you even knowing. They have the most average assists of any team in this entire AWC, TJ.
Neil round the flank just had to watch the fact that they were able to burn down Benny. Just fold him.
They don't care. They don't care. They group up as 4. They have immediate.
I wouldn't really say that DPE is going glass cannon, because if you say they're going glass cannon, is they have an all-in team. They have all-in players in the sense that Raz can be an all-in, even Florentino can be an all-in, but this Cullen is Peel. This Ryoma is not all in. He's more of a defensive bulk kind of hero. And also Benny, he's literally a support, man. His kills is not for an all-in strategy. I'd say an all-in support would be Teamy, would be I'd say Thane. These supports which are really deal lots of damage or change the fight. But this Baldum, he's actually really strong counter engaging or catching people off guard. He's not really one of those supports who's gonna excel in a 5v5 fight, not unless the enemy team clumps up together.
Immediate reactions, and as they jump on them, just the coordination between all the players, the 4 players, excuse me, is unbelievable.
Let's talk builds. What's exciting you now?
Well, we're pretty early. The Hermes Select on Neil is something that's pretty standard nowadays, but it is something that players at home should probably start picking up because it allows them to rotate around their map so quickly, because you need that Quillen to be in all the fights, or as many fights as possible.
Ellie is currently hanging around the bot lane. He's playing from the brush. Let's talk about that Valheim, because we don't always see a ton of them in competitive play, and in the past we've quite aggressively sneered at them.
Right. The only times I like Valheim is when you have damage from other positions, because they have extra damage from the Sephra and from the support spot, and just amazing burst from Knickknack, plus Yina does a lot of damage, plus obviously Liliana does as well. So it's okay in this spot. The one thing I will say is if you're going to pick a Valheim, you better get ahead, and Ellie is doing that.
Reset on the Dragon there from Vietnam.
Hey, what's up,
They
Kuzan?
take the Dragon out, forces
How you
the
doing, man?
reset.
Fuck is
And
happening?
While it's walking back into its pen, getting back into its position, it's basically immortal, which means Chinese Taipei couldn't have taken it away if they had the players in the area to do so. Vietnam were concerned about that because it had just come up and Chinese Taipei play on timer. Here's some poke. Pro
Oh,
looking
wow.
for the water wall. That's me. Actually quite low.
This is a different game from Pro E than we saw from game
Why am I fucking lagging, man?
one from him yesterday. He is absolutely being super aggressive. And it's working this time.
Pro E struggled in game number 1 for Vietnam. We said it looks dismal. I hold to that.
Ult.
ADC in trouble.
Gentleman's duel.
Oh, that's an ult spend. ADC able to drone drop away with an ult of his own.
Well,
Oh my god.
yeah, the thing is though,
And my connection
drone
is
drop like a 10 second
150 Mbps. I don't know why it's lagging actually. Maybe on Facebook. It's because of Facebook servers. As I see no other cause of this.
comparing ult there.
You even Dow is scared of 1v1 at Yuzon, having known Neil was in the area. He definitely wouldn't even considered the fight.
Okay, so let's talk about
Yeah,
this
it's
game.
probably because
I
of
think Chinese Taipei
Facebook.
has a slight advantage because of the Quillen. But it's not a big one. So I would say that this
But not that
1 point.
Valheim.
It's not great. But I'm considering everything.
Uh-oh. Gao in. Neil. Low. Gao has to flicker away though because Yuzon's in the area. He can't get the kill, but he wins the trade because all the while the rest of the
Nice.
Vietnam do
Oh,
take the initial
Benny.
dragon. Over the wall, Benny has to bail. Here are the stuns from Elliot Proe. They want the killer to win. Tides of Life drops a blow.
Oh!
There's the Glaive, and the second kill to Vietnam.
Such beautiful timing on that Tides of Life because he wanted to deny the healing first and
Dive in,
foremost.
hit just three.
What?
That's
Yeah.
too far.
So this is like a real big problem for them. Right now for the positioning of TPE, their positioning right now, though they've already given away the bottom part of the map or the dragon side part of the map. So and also they already know. They already know.
Denim looks dismal. I hold to that.
Ult.
ADC in trouble.
Gentleman's duel.
Oh, that's an ult spend. ADC able to drone
Alright.
drop away with an ult of his own.
Well,
Alright, so they already knew that two people went bot. Two people went bot. Most probably their whole team is around Dragon
yeah,
now.
the thing is though, ADC, the drone drop.
And
is
then
a
right
big
at this
difference between
time,
ADC
like
and
majority
Spark
of their team or
immediately. That is
4
a
people on
huge
their
win.
team is already up top.
Just
Gal?
comparing ult there.
This is actually, I think,
Scared of 1v1,
uncharacteristic
so I
of
know he
TPE.
definitely considered the fight.
Or maybe they read the
Let's
map
talk about the
wrong.
late game. I think Chinese Taipei has a slight advantage because of the Quillen, but it's not a big one. So I would say that this
What about that
1
foul
point.
time?
Lineup wise, they're already ahead of the end.
Gao in, Neil low. Gao has to flicker away though because Yuzon's in the area. He can't get the kill, but he wins the trade because all the while the rest of Vietnam do.
Yeah, they already
Benny.
knew.
Over the wall, Benny has to bail. Here are the stuns from Elliot Proe. They want the killer to win. Tides of Life drops a blow. There's the Glaive and the second
this is
kill
strong.
to Vietnam.
Such beautiful timing on that Tides of Life, TJ. He wanted to deny the healing.
Oh
first.
my god.
It just
What?
It's actually funny what happened right here. It's actually funny what happened right here. That this is actually not
Such beautiful timing.
this is not a mistake of Star, but really good timing for ADC to come around this corner.
on that
Like they didn't know that this Kreknak was coming from this side.
Tides of
So he goes in so that he could, because remember Pro E already used his ulti, right? So Star's thinking right now, and TPE is actually thinking right now that alright, we're going in, we're catching this Sephira so Neil can reset off her and then they can probably take another kill for this Valheim.
Life,
But look at what happens. The moment that Star thinks that it was a perfect timing for him, then Kriknak comes.
TJ, he
Right, exactly.
wanted to
There, he sees Kriknak entering, but he already casted his ult right here onto a Sephira. And that's instant death for him. It was actually good timing for ADC to get to this point. Like, I don't know, man.
deny the
He was gonna be hit by the stun too here. So he just went in so that he could push back. It's really unfortunate that he didn't hit his first fist. Because if he did, then this should have been a different game.
healing first and
Dive in,
foremost.
hit just three.
What?
That's too far. Star goes over.
Alright, so
Neil's
Yuzon's
down as well. Neil's
getting
in trouble.
taken
He's
down
gonna
by
go back
Gao,
into
I
his face.
think.
Vietnam gets the
Yuzon
second
almost
kill
died
at
to
the
Gao.
tower.
What the
Yuzon's
fuck?
backing away too. They're getting this top tower.
Alright.
They're completely owning them in every single lane.
So Yena
Chinese
wins
Taipei, the
versus
team that won the
Florentina.
AIC, is currently being destroyed
We've-
by Vietnam.
We've never seen Chinese Taipei look this under weather basically against their opposing team. It's never
They,
been this
they
bad.
don't even look like they're making mistakes. Vietnam are just playing the game of their lives.
I do have to slightly disagree with that because Star, I don't know what happened. I don't know why he
Overaggressive.
dumped in it. That just seemed like a major mistake that Star should not be.
Yeah, so there, what the caster said, it is actually understandable that he thinks that it was Star's mistake, but again, it was really an opportunity for TPE to come back, but ADC was right there at the right moment. He wasn't still in the vision of Star.
be making.
I
But
think he only thought there was one player there. I think he thought he was going to get a 1v1 or a 1v2 at most.
hey, this is one of the team that groups the most in the entire AWC. You cannot assume that.
Yeah, there is where D2 is right. Vietnam just groups
But I
up
gotta say,
all the
Pro is
time.
playing absolutely beautifully. When he was fighting against Winds, he purposely popped the Tides of Life knowing that the Spectral Arrow would come out, denying the healing from Winds. That was the entire reason why he did that. Not to keep himself alive, but to make sure that Winds died.
Such a good job from Farley just to be so aggressive there, knowing he could get the kill.
Oh my god. Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, you can't stop Kriknak at this point. When Kriknak gets his cooldowns, he's gonna be killing these three. Yeah, he's gonna be killing these three. There you go. Yeah, and then Valheim's gonna kill him.
The trades go all the way of Vietnam.
Star actually had that, but he ends up falling in the end. I can't even believe what Vietnam are able to pull off here. Even when ADC goes down, it does not matter.
Ellie in trouble. Ben lands a good wild shot.
Too greedy for Vian.
By Chinese Taipei some time.
A little bit of time, but they're still done 5,000 gold here.
Yuzon just took a tower in the top lane by cutting wave. Going behind the tower to clear the wave so that the next minion wave of his own killed the tower for free.
TJ, has Chinese Taipei been down 5,000 gold this entire tournament?
No. They're the team that we always say stays in the gold game. They keep their economy close no matter the game's state.
They're even down 1,000 gold. I don't remember a single time, even when they lost the Vietnam wildcard.
I was so sure ADC couldn't land that drone drop.
He was sure. He was definitely sure. That was a great pull-up by Benny. Great job by Star as well, but, you know, Vietnam were already there to take him out.
Abyssal Dragon the focus. Chinese Taipei need an Abyssal at this point to start getting back into the game, and they won't get one.
No way. No way in heck. So Chinese Taipei, they need to start finding picks. They need to find a way to just hold on for a little bit longer. The problem is, like I said, they don't really dominantly have the late game. It's pretty even in my opinion. So they're going to be struggling for quite a while. And in fact, they don't even have great wave clear either. Raz is one of the worst mages at wave clear. And they don't have a marksman. So this is looking really
Wave clear
bad.
is their biggest problem.
Really uncomfortable for Chinese Taipei. We were talking in the pregame about blowing characters.
I think it's been added to your video. Yeah, for sure.
It absolutely is. And this is what I was saying before. Seems like a complete waste of this Raz going into a bad matchup, and it's not working at all for Star. He gets a couple of kills, but you figure he's going to get those kills on any other hero because he's Star.
Dark Slayer the focus. Vietnam go in on it. XP, Ellie, ADC, all clean it up. There's no contested attempt. Vietnam of the Slayer.
This is the most dominant performance against Chinese Taipei we've ever seen.
Oh my
as we
god,
said right
Star is not hitting anything right now.
Real well this game.
Yeah, doing an excellent job just being a nuisance in the front line. He has that Frost Cape in his build to make sure every single time he has that empowered auto attack after a Water Spirits, it slows them down in an area.
Whenever he has the Tides of Life, he's just playing a frontline tank role, because should things get dangerous, he can just Tides of Life out. Gives him that invulnerability, he's fine.
Right, and that's why he's able to be...
I'm actually thinking right now. No, never mind. We'll continue.
Going forward. He has massive range. Whenever you use your Water Spirits, you have 850 unit range on your next auto attack, so he's capable of just doing this. You just use your Water Spirits, auto attack him, he's slowed down.
Proe now setting up for a wave clear. If they can cut Yuzon off, they can get this tower, and the water wall stun does exactly that. Tower's gone.
They're using the Drake correctly too. Look at this, DJ. They're actually protecting it.
Vietnamese teams have a tendency to abandon the Drake. This time not. Proe, Tides of Life will heal Ellie up. He's got a hold here though, and it won't happen. He gets Neil so very low. Proe can't chase that 1v3 though. The rest of the time, the rest of the team is pushing in against the high ground tower.
Gao, where are you going?
Behind the tower, but he's trapped. Neil
Lol.
shut down. That's too
VN
far.
really is super
I don't
aggressive.
think it's worth it for Betty, but I appreciate the aggression. Wayne's doing an excellent job clearing this wave, and suddenly they're starting to hold on. This could have been disastrous for Chinese Taipei.
Daniel, is it happening? Chinese Taipei re-entering this game.
A little bit. They've performed miracles before, but we've never seen a team come back from 8,000 gold. Not even this Chinese Taipei team. I mean, caveat, they never actually been behind this much, but
Pro-E, stun, dive, Tides of Life will hold things up. Wins on the front line. Needs to play it careful, but he gets back.
That Tides of Life was specifically to deny any targets there for Yuzon because he gets extra cooldowns, he gets extra ability to use his abilities once there's a target there that the Tides of Life is used. ADC?
Will poke forward, nothing much comes of it. Pro-E's on the flank, there's the Wild Prison.
Man, what
Just
is
to slow
happening?
down the fight.
This Pro-E is being so frustrating.
Yeah, Pro E is really farmed right now.
To deal with for Chinese Taipei. If they want to get through to the meaty underbelly, they need to just take out Pro-E, force out the Tide of Life, and take it out afterward.
Pro E with a double
You know,
slow
prior
build.
to this game, we were talking about Chinese Taipei and their tendency to play late games. You said, you know, it only feels like 20 minutes. I feel like this has been an
It's actually pretty funny that
hour-long
TPE
game,
wanted
12
to
minutes.
play late game
Both
here, but didn't have like wave clear or control. I don't know, man. It's kind of skeptical for me.
Making such decisive moves that a lot of things seem like they're happening.
This is one of the quickest games of AOV I've ever seen played at this level. It's like speed chess, Daniel.
Speed AOV. It's the best.
Benny clearing there. In the themes, that little orange circle you saw, get some vision of anything in that area. As well as picking up
It's just gonna be a slow push until like their gold is just too far away.
support item.
Oh yeah, they're actually too far farmed to lose a team fight. They're what 8K ahead. If they lose a team fight, it's because they made a mistake
Tells him
or
that Chloe's in the
Chinese
area. Goes forward with
Taipei
Wild
did
Charge,
the
Wild Prison.
did like the perfect combo, but I don't know, man. It's gonna be real hard to fight.
Two people picked up, but what they don't know, that Dark Slayer taken against them.
I'm pretty sure he
I think Baby's
but
crying.
he need to get out of there regardless. Chinese Taipei under it again.
They say what you don't know can't hurt you. In this
Well,
case,
he knew and it hurt
did.
him.
If VN kills wins, Taipei auto lose.
Yeah, it felt bad for Benny. Benny's got a big brain. He
I
knows.
guess that's just confirmation that knowledge hurts. Why I suffer. Batting in, stun, double stun, he's fine. So tank.
If they can poke wins out, they're gonna be able to push the towers. Easy.
Are they going to be able to defend against
Oh
this
my
situation?
god,
How many
Star
Taipei are
went
gonna
for
fall?
Gao.
Will they lose the game?
Or I think they're GG. Two people show themselves bot while, oh my
Right here.
god.
He's on the
That is so uncharacteristic from TPE.
poke, trying to stall out the Drake. He's too far forward. Ali's got the kill, and Vietnam are pushing it for game number 1 of the grand finals. There's the tides of light. They've got Betty focused back. Wims is well in the area. Star push
core.
back. There's the core. Vietnam
GG.
Vietnam have game 1 over the AIC champions.
A complete 180 from what we saw in the semifinals. The
GG.
Vietnam main team has come to play. And they take out the most dominant match that we've ever seen against Chinese Taipei.
Absolutely incredible as a performance from Vietnam. They demonstrate their caliber here, and I think the home crowd is very, very excited to see it. I've never seen Chinese Taipei
Oh my
get
god.
pushed out of an early game like that.
All right. Well, Vietnam, amazing game. We haven't seen them play like that, I think, in the entire semifinals. But it has to be said, TJ, this Chinese Taipei team, that was not like them.
No, that was one of the worst performances I've ever seen from that Chinese Taipei roster. Here's the stats to back it up. I'm shouting over the crowd here. Vietnam, a dominant performance, 0 deaths on 2 of their players, Crowe and XP. Crowe, that's the most notable on, given how aggressive he was playing.
Exactly. I bet if you look at the damage stats, he has a significant portion of his team's damage, definitely over 20%. But that was a full team effort. The entire team was absolutely doing fantastic the entire time. Starting with Pro E, Ellie did exactly what you're supposed to do when you pick a Valheim. First, you see his defensive build. If you're going to go to that defensive, you need to be winning the game early. XP, he follow up on all those kills, TJ. Extremely aggressive, like we love to see him play. And look at that, 24%. Pro E led his team in damage from the support position.
Yeah, and what
Sephora support doing most damage.
Why that early game is so dominant. If you don't believe that support is one of the most important positions in the game, you should now.
We saw 30% damage from Star there. That was a bit of some fake damage, in my opinion. Didn't really help his team all that much, and he tried to do a lot, but I think it was a waste of Raz pick.
Here is your highlight reel. I'd love to give a
Just
call
title
out.
life.
I'd love to give a call out to Crowe's aggression here. You can see almost every single fight, Crowe is the player leading the way. Be it there with the water walls previously with the Tides of Light. He's the one setting up for ADC to get that kill. He's always perfect this game.
By the way, looking at ADC, this game, people a lot of times underestimate the type of micro that it takes to play quickly. He goes in with the Terrifying Plague, and then goes for the drone drop, gets the auto attack after the drone drop, and then gets the Horn Rush. That's a lot of buttons to push in a small amount of time, DJ. And then later on, it goes drone drop, Horn Rush out. Another bit of micro mechanics there from Brignash.
I think you're a bandwagon fan.
Wait, why?
He just, like, it reappeared. He's trying to act like he didn't
Wait.
put the bandana back on.
Oh, how did this get on?
Was
I
that
didn't
just magic? They won the game like that? The crowd roared and a bandana appeared on your head?
It's got to be how it happened. I don't.
Bandwagon bandana. Dominant game 1 for Vietnam. You were saying you were unpacking that you felt Chinese Taipei under.
What the fuck happened? What the fuck happened? fuck happened?